Good morning, my brothers, and welcome to our Saturday morning devotion. So glad to meet up with you, brothers, here through this means of our platform, just to share a couple of thoughts with you. So excited though for tomorrow is our the day that we're able to get back together, and so as our church is adhering to the governor's request and CDC guidelines, we're excited to have our church opening up tomorrow, and I'm excited to meet with you guys. But this morning, you guys, I wanted to share a little bit about prayer. This Tuesday morning for our men's study, we're going to speak about the last weapon of the spiritual armor that Paul has given us. And we're going to look at prayer. You know, and prayer can be one of those things which we'll talk about Tuesday morning. So this is a plug for you men to come join us on Tuesday morning, 6:30 in the chapel. We, again, practice social distancing and adhering to guidelines. We're meeting in the chapel at 6:30. But one of the things that we're going to look at this Tuesday morning is prayer, and how prayer is such a powerful offensive weapon, and it can be used as a defensive weapon. One of the things that we're going to look at on Tuesday morning is how it can be used as an aerial assault in battle, how it can be used as air support in battle. And whenever we're under attack, we're to pray. And I've been reading this book, and I've been telling you guys, I've been reading this book on Spurgeon. It's a great book. I would recommend you guys get it. And it talks about prayer, how Spurgeon was a man of prayer. First Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 17 says, pray without ceasing. And this is what Spurgeon has done, is he's always in prayer. And I started thinking about that, how we're to be men of prayer. You know, in Ephesians chapter 6, starting with verse 18, it says, praying always with prayer and supplications in the Spirit, being watchful to this end, with all perseverance and supplication for all the saints. You know, one of the things that, again, prayer is so important. Prayer is one of the weapons and the things that steams and powers our Christian life, especially as men. It builds the foundation of our marriages. It builds the foundation of our walk. It is everything. You know, when we look at Nehemiah coming up in our next study for Tuesday mornings, we're going to look at how he didn't wait for when he got a burden. He didn't wait so long. He took his prayer to the Lord. And I think a lot of times where the enemy can get a foothold in our lives is when we have something that's bad news, or it can be devastating, or it can be good, or it can be anything that takes our minds off the Lord. Especially more in a sense of having a burden or a concern, is that we wait and we converse with friends about it. We talk to other people about it. We go online to Google it instead of taking it to the Lord right off the bat. Spurgeon says that whenever we do receive such news, such as Nehemiah chapter 1, that the walls are broken down and the people are in shame and reproach, Nehemiah right away went to the Lord. And that's what Spurgeon instructs us in that prayer. And what Paul's telling us here, and what the Holy Spirit guides us to do, is let's not wait for these things to burden us and to worry us. Let's take things to the Lord in prayer, and we will be men of prayer. And guys, I'm excited again that we'll be meeting Sunday morning. I invite you to come to our services, 8:30 and 10:45. We're also streaming everything online still. For those who may want to wait on coming back, or who are going to watch it online, we still stream it in all platforms. Hey, brothers, I love you. This is what we've been praying for. And again, I look forward to seeing you. I look forward to seeing you coming out Tuesday morning. I love you guys. God bless you.